Can I take you there?
Okay, so it's day 3. We're going to be hiking up to Khopra Ridge today. First good weather we've had, actually. It's nice and clear today. It's supposed to be about 4 hours straight up. It's going to be a challenge, going from 3,000 to 3,600 meters, but the views should be very good. On the downside, my cold is getting worse. Didn't get much sleep last night. But it's pretty today. Hopefully it will stay this way. The forecast is good for the next 2 days, so we should have some really good mountain views for a change. So we're just leaving Shistabum. What's the other name for Shistabum?
Dankarka.
Dalkarka?
Dankarka.
Dankarka.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between, like, we stayed in the private lodge,
Yes.
and this is the community lodge. What's the difference?
So the private lodge is owned by a privately by a local, whereas the community lodge is owned by a guy who is a very well-known person in Nepal called Mahabir Pun. The earning from this lodge, half of the profit goes to the school and betterment for the villages, whereas the half goes to the guy who runs the lodge. So there are 2 at the moment on this route that we're doing, and the other 3 are on the other route of the Annapurna trekking. Yeah.
So which is more expensive, the private lodge or the
No, they are both the same. The prices
Same
are
price?
both same. Yeah, yeah.
Because it doesn't even look like this is open. Is it open?
Yeah. No, it is open,
Oh, is
but
it?
there's no one at the moment.
Oh, okay.
There's just a cook at the moment.
This dog's been following another group for a couple days, 3 days, but I guess he's headed back down. It's not unusual for dogs to follow you, sometimes even for your whole trek. It's really cool. Just starting to go up. That's the ridge we're going to up there. It's hard, but we barely started. Won't be that long a day. 4 hours or so to the top. And then we should get some great views. So way up there is where we were yesterday, Tabato. Where we were 2 days ago, Gorpani. And Poon Hill is up here. Swanson is down here in the valley. After Khopra, we're going to go back to Gorpani and try to see the view from Poon Hill. Therefore, heading back to Pokhara. Assuming I can make it up here to Khopra. Almost to the tree line. These guys are being chatty Cathys today. I don't think we're setting the world on fire with this ascent here. That's going to get really steep. It's just a boom way down there. And we only have 1,000 miles to go. So if you can see that little village down there, Swanta, when we come back down, we're going to be going there, and then we are going to be taking a jeep up to Gorpani, which is right there. So you can see the distance, yes? Now apparently that, by jeep, takes an hour. Isn't that crazy? Apparently the locals can walk it in about an hour and a half. That's how bad the road is. And for me to walk it would probably be 4 to 5 hours. But that's the reality of roads in Nepal. Someplace that you can get to in 15 minutes by car at home could take 3 hours here. It's crazy. I certainly hope that's the top. It's a long climb to do when you've got a bad cold.
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay, you do. Your turn. This is good one. Okay. Way. Wow. That's for
These are the hidden talents of the Sherpa guy. We've reached a nice viewpoint, but I thought this was the top. And it's not. And it's nowhere near the top. Nowhere near the top. Oh, that's Annapurna South way over there, by the way. That's the first big mountain we've seen. So over here, apparently, in the valley, this is supposed to be the deepest gorge in the world, called Kalangiri.
Yeah, Dhalagiri on the left, which is 8,100 plus.
Oh, okay.
And on the right is Annapurna 1, which is 8,091 meter.
Okay. And the valley itself is called?
Kali Gandaki.
Yeah, I can't say that. It's supposed to be the deepest gorge in the world anyways. Apparently we don't have to go over, just around. So it's flat from here on in. I hope. And we will be at Khopra.
Hello.
So we get our first views of Khopra. No more uphill for a while. Basan says this looks scary. I don't see it. That's not scary. This is not dangerous, guys. It's just a tiny little drop off.
Yeah, tiny.
About 3 miles.
In case.
We just arrived here in Khopra, of course. We're definitely going to relax a bit. The big mountains are in clouds, except you can just see the peak towering over us here of Annapurna South.
You are not allowed to smoke or play cards inside the room.
Oh, no magic tricks.
Yeah, no magic tricks in the room.
Yeah.
Everyone's freezing, especially Nadine.
Yeah, it's cold.
So we are at Khopra. We're going to walk around Lund probably tomorrow and have a better look because most of the big mountains are in clouds. But what we were planning on doing is going to Kare Lake. So Kare Lake is 1 kilometer higher than this. And what you do is you go up this peak here, climb all the way along the ridge, and then all the way up here, all the way down here. Apparently there is a new tea house here that you can stop for some very basic food, and then climb all the way up to this ridge here, go over that ridge and down into the lake. And my porter Dami is saying that is impossible right now due to the weather, all the snowfall and ice, and the possibility of another snowstorm. So we are definitely not doing it, and I am not acclimatized to do it anyways, I can tell you that much right now. We're at 3,600 meters right now. To go another 1,000 meters, for me right now, absolutely impossible. I would force myself to go as far as I could, and then I wouldn't have the energy to come back. If you can do this trek, I would suggest doing another trek first to get acclimatized, because just walking up here to 3,600 meters is not going to do it for you. That being said, Nadine's going to do it tomorrow, right?
Maybe.
So if we don't see Nadine again, it was nice meeting her and everything. Anyways, that's our view for right now. Hopefully it gets better later and we can see the big mountains. Sun's not quite out yet. Climbed up a bit higher here. That's Khopra Dander, Khopra Ridge there. And Khopra South. Closer to Annapurna South. That's Khopra Ridge, Annapurna South. So we haven't seen any yaks on this trip at all, and I'm told that's because they've all moved to lower altitude because it's too cold for the yaks. But no, mostly it's not too cold for them, but there's no water because all the water is frozen. And the grass needs to grow. So later in the season they'll be here once the grass can grow so they can eat it. But yeah, I'm surprised there's no yaks up here. Yaks or naks. Didn't realize this was a helicopter pad before. The sun has just come up. It is very bright. We have sun.